My name's Cody Straughan, and I'm a dental ceramist. Dental ceramist, it's I fabricate crowns and veneers. I actually knew someone that owned a lab, and I was just looking for a job and started there. And I started in the model room, and then I started digital designing. After that, when I moved to Texas 3 years ago, worked with Adam. That's how I learned the finishing part and better communication with the doctors and the patients. I think attention to detail is a huge part of the process. It's super important having that communication between the patient or the doctor and just fine lines. Sometimes those details can be really difficult, but it's always really fun to get there for sure. When I get here, I start seating the crowns, making sure everything's down, kind of going over with Zach. I'm really kind of all over the place. And then towards the end of the day, I finish all the crowns. I'll work on the stain and glaze once they're all seated and they look great. I QC a little bit at the end, and then Joseph will QC it again just to have double checks, and then it goes to the client. Then some days clients will come here and I get with the actual client and one-on-one and get to hold the crown up next to them. Or some days I'll go to a dentist office and do the same thing. It'll be on site where I get to shade match, and that's a really satisfying part of it. I think having someone local and being able to, one of those services, a patient being able to come here, because pictures are great when you're trying to match a shade, but really having someone's eye there can make a huge difference. The digital impressions and more of the finishing, less finishing with hand, more accuracy with the design softwares. Yeah, the model is going to be a huge thing. Definitely when a doctor can send us a digital impression and we have it down to a science with the digital design and having the contacts perfect and the occlusion right, and then it would just be the shading and then sending it back to the doctor without having to create a model to double check all of those things. It really streamlines the process and makes it a lot quicker turnaround for the patients. I think a big a shock is we can add pink porcelain to, like, if the tooth is really high up and the gums have kind of receded on that, we can add pink porcelain to the top of it to kind of mimic some of that gum so it doesn't look so out of place.